Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dessy Mutiara Syahbani from Public Speaking 4B class. In this video, I will deliver my speech for my midterm test. So here we go. How many hours a day you spend your time on your smartphone? 2 hours or 3 hours? Well, based on the survey, the average people in Indonesia spend 4 hours a day on their smartphone during 2019. Some of you may be noticed or not that what you see on your smartphone is social media. Social media is a website and application that enable users to create and share content or participate in social networking. It is something that unfamiliar to us, and I'm sure that all of you have some social media such as WhatsApp, Instagram, YouTube, and the other social media. For me, social media can be helpful and can be dangerous. Why? Because social media make me keep interact with another people in different place or different time, like with my family, my friends, and even I can meet a new friends on social media. But social media also has still negative effect like cyberbullying. Now I would like focus on the negative impact of social media and how can we solve it. Nowadays, the negative impact of social media should be noticed. If we ignorant and not recognize this negative impact of social media can be risks to our health and society. The negative impact of social media are following cyberbullying, like I said before. But what is the cyberbullying? Cyberbullying is the use of social media to communicate false, embarrassing, or hostile information to a specific user. The victim of cyberbullying often end up on physiological issues like depression, stress, loneliness, and even become suicidal. For example, like student named Sonia Depari in 2016, who was seen debating with police women, and she claims that she is a doctor of the General BNN. As the result, social media users responded with cyberbullying. Another example, like Suli, ex-member girl band in South Korea, she is suspected to be severely depressed as the result of hate comment from social media users, and she ended up in suicide. Another negative impact of social media is addiction. Uncontrolled social media usage can lead to addiction with social media. The negative impact of addiction can lead to sleep disorder because you always open your social media until lose your time and sleeping late. Then you can feel the tired out from lack of quality or lack of sleep. Another effect is eye disorder. Staring the smartphone screen can also have the negative effect on the eyes, especially if we do that while lying down, such as the eyes turn red and the eyes tire easily. These some of negative effects of social media addiction. And based on statistics from We Are Social, the total number of users in 150 million, 56% of Indonesian total population is the total number of social media users. Then the widely used social media is YouTube by 88%, and the average people in Indonesia spend 3 hours 40 minutes a day to access social media. And the last negative impact of social media is low self-esteem. What is low self-esteem? Low self-esteem is used to describe a person's overall subjective sense of personal worth or value. Mostly, the teenagers start to comparing themselves with another people after spending time in social media. From the University of Stanford, Half of the survey, 298 participants said that social media makes their life worse. It because that their self-esteem suffer when they compare their own accomplishment to those of their online friend. After all this negative impact of social media, how can we solve it? And we can solve it in several ways. The first way is filter our social media. We can filter our social media by do not browse any negatively, because with social media we can browse for positive or negative information, and do not post or comment negatively, because if you do that, it can be triggered to cyberbullying. The second way is using social media in a positive way. You can do these ways like just to share the information, and you can make a good content. And the last way is giving limit when you use social media. We can do this way by using social media when you are free. So you can commit with yourself to not open social media when you have a lot of activity or when you're talking with other people, and open social media when you have a reason. It means that you just open your social media if you have needs only, not all the time. In conclusion, we know that social media has some negative impact to us, and we should know how to solve it. Some of you may be aware of how dangerous the social media is. There have been cases preyed on by social media in various circles. Social media will continue to be dangerous unless there is something we do and we can handle it with some ways. So we are, as a social media user, must be wise in its user. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.